I decided to give my living room a much needed upgrade by adding some new curtains. So I did briefly turn this room into a bedroom for maybe a year or so, but I decided we're gonna put some living room furniture in here. Now these are the curtains I previously had up, which was nice, but it was definitely in need of an upgrade. So I went ahead and just removed it. I actually will be taking off the blinds too, y'all. And then I put up these new curtains and boom, what a transformation. Now these curtains are just beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's a deeper blue than I had before. It has these nice beautiful pleats already built in it, and it's such a velvety, soft, beautiful material. So soft to the touch, you guys. Love, love, love the quality, the heaviness of it, the built-in pleats. Okay, the rings did come with it. I did have to get my own pole, but we'll get into all of the details. I'm going to actually unbox these curtains with you, the actual entire kit, everything that it came with, and I'm going to go ahead and put it up in my living room so I can show you how I got my living room from looking like to ooh la la. Stay around. Okay, so this is what we're working with. Now the curtains that are currently up are not bad looking curtains, but it served its purpose. It wasn't meant for the living room that I'm going for, so they have to come down and they will be used for something else. So anyways, I took them down. This is what it's looking like. The blinds will be coming off later. I just didn't want to expose my neighbors at the moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start to take everything out of the box. And they literally give you everything you need. The only thing it does not come with is a curtain rod. So you do have to get your own curtain rod, which I already had. So Mayo Chico, I'm not really sure how to pronounce the company. I'm sorry if I butchered it, but you see how it's spelled. This is all from Amazon. This is an Amazon company and they did send this over. So I'm really grateful for that. This is the tie back. The tie back is the same color and material as a curtain. So here's a little sneak peek of what to look forward to. And it does have 3 buttons, so you can adjust how tight or loose you want to tie back your curtains if you're into tying them back. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and get into the curtain. And the first thing I noticed about the curtain was how soft it was. So it's like this really velvety, smooth, soft suede material. This is the pamphlet that came with it. But back to the curtain. I got a total of 4 panels, y'all. So 2 for each window, obviously. And then on the inside of it, the interior, you can see it has this tan material with the white strip at top where we'll be putting the hooks onto. And then the blue suede velvet material goes along the border of the interior of the curtain. And it already comes pleated, so we don't have to create pleats, which I absolutely love. So just to give you a close up of the material again, I know you can't really tell on camera. In person is totally different, but I just had to show y'all the type of material we were working with because it's just so soft, so beautiful. And this curtain has a lot of weight to it. It's not cheap and flimsy. It's very nice, sturdy, and heavy. So I am super happy about that. Comes with the hooks that you need and everything. This is the circle hook that's going to connect onto the white hook. The white hook is going to go directly into the back of the pleated part of the panels on the curtains. The white clip is actually adjustable. You can put it as low or high as you want it. I only dropped mine 2 notches, like bop, bop, and it was just a perfect way to have it set where you wasn't going to see the white over the top of the curtain, if that makes sense. And then you have a little hole here behind the white band, and you just slide the clip or hook right up into it. And it's just simple as that. Everything is already done for you. I'm so happy it's already pleated and we don't have to create our own pleats. So anyways, that's what it looks like. And like I was saying, because I knocked it down just 2 notches, you don't see white at the top, which I love. So then you take this and then you go ahead and just snap it into the loop, and that is it. So I already have a few already done. Well, I already did this entire panel actually. So this is what I was saying. You don't see any white. So I love that about it. Okay. If you prefer to see white, then you don't have to drop it down as far as I did, y'all. So I just got all of them nice and prepared before I started putting them up. I took down my old rod, took off the hooks that I was using for the other curtain, which was also circular. I love circular hooks for my curtains. And then I went ahead and I added these. Now I added the hooks I added the child fix me. Okay, so I added this first panel on. Once I added it on, I did notice that I didn't put it in the right direction, if that makes sense. I'll show y'all. So like it's flipping outward, like you're seeing some of the brown on the outer part of the curtain, which is absolutely wrong. So I had to take it off and twist the circle hook the proper direction for it to fall correctly. So that is something that you have to make sure you do or pay attention to when you're installing your curtains. So yeah, I went ahead and just added that back onto the pole. And like I said, y'all, these curtains are not flimsy. The previous curtains that I had before this one up, I thought those were heavy compared to all of the other curtains that I've had in my house so far, but these are heavier. These have a lot more weight than the other ones did for sure. So if you like that, if you don't like lightweight curtains, then this is gonna be the one, girl, because it got some weight to it. And this is what it looked like. 2 panels on one rod. Very beautiful. I just wanted to give you a close-up of how it would look. So if you moved up on it, you can see the white on the interior of the hooks. It doesn't bother me. You don't really see it much, especially when it's up and hanging. So it's cool. And I'm so glad that I already had some curtains up at the height that I wanted, because I didn't have to pre-drill any holes or anything like that. Well, actually, I didn't drill the holes the first time anyway. I had my husband do it. So kudos for me and kudos to him. Anyways, these are blackout curtains. If I did not mention that, I didn't mention it. So yeah, these are blackout curtains, and that is another reason why I will be taking the blinds out of my window completely. I'm usually a person who has blinds and curtains. The curtains is more for the style on the interior part of my house, and then the blinds is usually what I have to keep people from seeing inside my home. These are so blackout, so durable, and so thick. Ain't nobody seeing in here, child. When I had put the panels up and then I took off the blinds, which I will be doing later, I actually went outside to see if I was able to see anything or through it from the outside, and you cannot. So I was very confident and I felt very safe with taking the blinds off, and the blinds are beat up anyway. That is for another story. There was a fly infestation in here, and girl, we was getting the SWAT team. So every single pair of blinds and every window in here got it looking like a trap house, okay? Like for real, and it's no lie. I ain't even gonna get into that story. But anyways, yeah, one thing I am doing, as you can see me doing, is just kind of adjusting it to kind of get it to how I like. These curtains are very full, and so I was like, you know what, let me stretch this rod out some so the pleats don't look so squashed up on each other, because it's very much pleated, tightly pleated. And I didn't want that squash look, so I spread it out some. And I could spread it out some more, but I don't want to demolish the wall because that's a small wall over there. Obviously, I don't have much space to work with. So yeah, these curtains are really, really dope. They're really cool, really easy to get together, because I've only had one other pair of pleated curtains before these, and it was the ones I took down from that window, but that one didn't come with pleats. I had to create my own pleats, if that makes sense. So this one took a lot of the steps out of creating pleats because it's just done for you. It's perfectly pleated. You got the hooks, you got extra hooks. They gave me extra hooks. I'll show you that a little bit later on. But I love how this window came out. So I was really excited to go ahead and put the other one on. Yeah, so as y'all watch me put up the second window, which is the same thing, I just wanted to say, like, I love how this room is starting to transform for our living room space, because we have never used this as a living room. We technically have like 2 living rooms in here. This is a really old house. I'm guessing one is like a formal living room and one is like the casual one or whatever. I don't know, but this used to be my beauty room. This is where I used to film all of my videos. And then I decided to go for a loft type look, and we turned it into a bedroom, and we just have curtains separating the other living room from this room to create that loft feel. If you tied up your curtains, that's what it would look like. I won't tie mine up. I never do, but I just want to give you a feel. If I open them up, which I will be doing, it will be opened just like this. So I just wanted to give you a feel of that too, but I didn't want to do it with the blinds out of the window, which is a much polished look, because again, I didn't want to show my neighbors all of my business. Okay, so anyways, I took the blinds out, and when I tell y'all, Spider galore. Well, it wasn't a lot of spiders, it was webs. I took this duster and I wet it with some cleaner and some water, and I just went through both of the windows and got all these cobwebs and dust and all that type of stuff up out of here. And I also sprayed down the windowsills, because it ain't right to put up some brand new curtains and leaving all that dust and crust in the windows. That just seems inhumane, if you ask me. So yes, I did a little bit of cleaning and of course a little bit of tidying up, because yes, this video is all about the curtains, but it's also about me upgrading my living room, because again, this was not a living room, it was last used as a bedroom. So the only thing that we did so far was drag the furniture into here, but a lot of upgrades have to be done, and that's the extra hooks. They give you more hooks than you actually need, which I absolutely love, so you don't have to worry about not having enough. Okay, y'all, so my living room is cleaned up, and this is what the results of the curtains in this living room looks like. It's definitely a huge upgrade from how it started this afternoon. This looks so much better. Now I have the 50-inch wide and 96 inches long each panel, and each panel at this current moment, prices can change on Amazon, it says it's $93.09 per panel, but I absolutely feel that it's worth it, y'all. It's absolutely amazing. The quality is off the chain and they look beautiful, and like I said, it's definitely a big upgrade. You can see the quality change from what I had before versus what I have now. So I have not one negative thing to say about these curtains at all. No cons. They were perfect, easy to put together, already completed, very soft to the touch, durable, 100% blackout, thick and double lined. So I love them, y'all. Of course, the direct link to where you can get them from will be down in the description box, and I will keep y'all up to date with the other changes I'll be making to this room. The curtains is just the beginning.